Tonight, you will probably check your phone 40 times before you fall asleep. You will scroll past 100 faces. You will swipe, judge, wonder, without really thinking about why. It feels modern, but the real answer is far stranger. The instinct driving your thumb tonight is at least 2 million years old, and it did not evolve for love. It evolved for survival. Your ancestors did not have dating profiles. They had firelight, scent, and the slow judgment of a small group watching everything you did. Every choice about who to be close to was public. There was no privacy in a band of 30 people. And yet, out of that exposed, watched communal life, modern romance was born. Start with the body. Every physical trait you carry about attraction is a fossil of a choice that worked. Anthropologist Helen Fisher argued that human bonding runs on 3 separate brain systems: lust, romantic attraction, and long-term attachment. That is why you can want someone, adore someone, and stay committed to someone, and none of those 3 things has to line up with the others. Humans are not built like the animals closest to us. Chimpanzees are highly promiscuous. Gorillas keep large harems guarded by a single dominant male. Gibbons pair for life with fierce exclusivity. Humans sit in between all of these, built for flexible bonding, not one rigid rule. Testicle size relative to body mass tends to predict mating competition in primates, and humans land right in the middle. Not gorilla, not chimp, something else entirely. Human ovulation is hidden. Your ancestors could not tell, just by looking exactly when a woman was fertile. Most other primates advertise it loudly, with visible swelling or changes in behavior. Humans do not. Researchers suggest hidden ovulation encouraged men to stay close to a partner across the entire cycle, increasing the odds of protecting any child that resulted. It may have also reduced conflict within the group, since visible fertility can trigger direct competition between males. Reproduction among early humans was never simply personal. It was structural. It shaped who stayed near whom, who cooperated with whom, who shared food and shelter with whom, long after any single moment of conception had passed. Early human groups were small, usually under 150 people, a number anthropologist Robin Dunbar later described as the rough ceiling of relationships a human brain can meaningfully track. Inside a group that small, pairing off was never a private decision. It was a social event with consequences for the entire band. Patterns varied widely. Some groups leaned toward long-term pair bonding. Others practiced more fluid partnerships, sometimes called partible paternity, where a child could be understood to have contributions from more than one father figure, each expected to help provide. There was never one single ancient system, only dozens, shaped by climate, food scarcity, and pure chance. What stayed constant was cooperation. Human infants are born unusually helpless compared to almost any other primate, and childhood dependency stretches on for years. A single parent trying to manage this alone in an unforgiving Pleistocene landscape faced enormous odds. Anthropologist Sarah Blaffer Hrdy argued that cooperative breeding, more than any single mating strategy, is what let human children survive at all. Grandmothers, aunts, older siblings, and unrelated group members often helped raise children who were not biologically their own. So do not picture a single caveman and a single cavewoman isolated in a hut. Picture a fire. Picture a circle of people. Picture a newborn passed from arm to arm while its mother rests. While the group keeps watch and takes turns holding a child, everyone has some stake in protecting. The real question was never who your ancestors were physically close to. In the moment, it was who they trusted enough to raise a child alongside for years afterward. Attraction was the spark. Cooperation was the fire that actually kept anyone alive. Which brings you back to tonight, and your phone, and your 40 scrolls before sleep. You are not really looking for a single moment of chemistry. Underneath the swiping, an older, slower instinct is still running, the same one that shaped your ancestors around a fire 100,000 years ago. It is not asking who is attractive. It is quietly, endlessly asking one older question: who, out of everyone here, could I actually build a life with?